Warnings issued as Tropical Storm Isaias takes aim at the Carolinas on the east coast. Isaias is currently paralleling the Atlantic coast just east of Florida. Isaias will head toward the Carolinas late Monday into Tuesday. A hurricane warning is now in effect for parts of South Carolina and North Carolina. Storm surge flooding, strong gusty winds, and heavy rain are all expected. Isaias will then sweep quickly through the mid-Atlantic and northeast on Tuesday and Tuesday night. Flooding rain, damaging winds, and some coastal impacts are expected in those regions. Tropical Storm Isaias is expected to regain hurricane strength before it pushes ashore into the Carolinas later on Monday with strong winds, flooding rainfall, and storm surge flooding. The storm will then spread its impact up the east coast as far north as New England through Tuesday night. A hurricane warning has been issued for a portion of the upper South Carolina and the lower North Carolina coasts, since Isaias is forecast to make landfall as a Category hurricane tonight. The hurricane warning includes Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina. Tropical storm warnings extend as far north as Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Tropical storm watches extend as far north as Maine. The latest warnings and watches have been given by the National Hurricane Center. A watch means the respective conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. A warning means those conditions are expected within 36 hours. Isaias is currently centered just off Florida's northeast coast. The storm is tracking to the north and will gradually turn toward the northeast. While much of the rainfall from the storm is expected to the north and east of its center of circulation, some outer bands of rain are wrapping ashore as far north as the Carolinas. Isaias is forecast to briefly regain hurricane status before making landfall Monday night or early Tuesday on the upper South Carolina coast or in southeast North Carolina. It is important to note that the impacts will be similar to no matter whether Isaias is a strong tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane at landfall. From there, the storm will sweep quickly northeastward near parts of the northeast seaboard to as far north as New England on Tuesday into early Wednesday. Hurricane conditions, which is winds 74 miles per hour or greater, are possible in the hurricane warning area of South Carolina and North Carolina Monday evening and overnight. Tropical storm condition, which is winds 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour, will spread up the immediate east coast through Tuesday night in areas under tropical storm warnings. Winds will be strongest near the coast and in high-rise buildings. There could be power outages and some tree damage in areas that experience stronger wind gusts along the east coast. This includes areas from the eastern Carolinas to the coastal mid-Atlantic, New York City, Long Island, and parts of eastern New England. Dangerous storm surge flooding is possible in parts of the Carolinas. A storm surge warning has been issued from Edisto Beach, South Carolina to Cape Fear, North Carolina. A storm surge of 3 to 5 feet above ground level is expected if peak surge occurs at the time of high tide on the upper South Carolina and southeast North Carolina coasts. The highest surge should occur immediately to the east of where Isaias is expected to move ashore. The high tide of most concern in the Carolinas is Monday evening. According to the National Weather Service, the high tide on Monday evening could hit major flood stage in Charleston, South Carolina. Most other areas from northeast Florida to the coastal mid-Atlantic could see a storm surge of 1 to 4 feet above ground level. Swells generated by Isaias will ride up the east coast ahead of Isaias, leading to high surf and danger of rip currents. The high surf may only fall after Isaias passes. Isaias has the potential to produce the following rainfall totals along its path early this week. Eastern Florida and coastal Georgia, 1 to 2 additional inches. Carolinas and mid-Atlantic, 3 to 6 inches with isolated maximum totals of 8 inches. Southeast New York and much of New England will have 2 to 4 inches rainfall with isolated maximum totals of 6 inches rainfall. The heavy rainfall could trigger significant flash flooding in some of these areas. Minor to isolated moderate river flooding is also possible in parts of the eastern states. The threat of flooding rainfall has prompted the National Weather Service to issue flood watches from parts of the Carolinas to New England. These watches include Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and the New York City tri-state area. Isaias could also spawn short-lived tornadoes along its path of the East Coast. An isolated threat is possible beginning late Monday and early Tuesday from eastern South Carolina into eastern North Carolina and far southeast Virginia. The chance of an isolated tornado could spread to the mid-Atlantic and northeast coast Tuesday into Tuesday night. Comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the Learning Academy. Of course, subscribe if you have not already done so. Share this content with your friends and families across various social media platforms. Be safe. Practice the necessary hurricane emergency preparation methods. Ensure that you have an evacuation plan. Ensure that you have food, water, and clothing for 3 days. Ensure that you have batteries and candles. Ensure that you have flashlights as well. Of course, be safe. Hurricane Isaias has been downgraded to a tropical storm. However, it is being forecast that it may regain its hurricane category 1 status. Now, remember to practice all the necessary safety measures to remain safe during this time of disaster. Watch out for flooding. Watch out for tornadoes. Watch out for thunderstorms. Watch out for heavy winds. Be safe. Thanks for watching the Learning Academy. Goodbye.